55,100,586. Kenya is experiencing a 2% population growth rate. Its population is expected to reach 57 million by 2025. Number 25. Italy. Population 58,870,762. Italy is one of the most populated countries in the world. Its population is currently declining, with a growth rate of -0.29%. Number 24. South Africa. Population 60,414,495. South Africa has a fertility rate of 2.29 children per woman. Its median age is 27.8 years. Number 23. France. Population 64,756,584. France is one of the most populous countries in Europe. France's population has been increasing steadily with a growth rate of 0.6%. Number 22. Tanzania. Population 67,438,106. Tanzania has a high fertility rate of 4.2 children per woman. It is experiencing a population growth rate of 2.6%. Number 21. United Kingdom. Population 67,736,802. The population of the UK is growing with a growth rate of 0.33%. It is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. Number 20. Thailand. Population 71,801,279. Although Thailand has a low fertility rate of 1.31 children per woman, it is one of the most populous countries in the world. The country has a relatively high median age of 40.7 years. Number 19. Germany. Population 83,294,633. Germany, one of the most populous countries in the world, is seeing a population decline with a -0.05% growth rate. Number 18. Turkey. Population 85,816,199. Turkey's population is growing with a growth rate of 0.52%. The median age in Turkey is 32.2 years. Number 17. Iran. Population 89,172,767. Iran's fertility rate is 1.67 children per woman, which is low considering it is an Islamic country. Number 16. Vietnam. Population 98,858,950. Vietnam is one of the most populated countries in the world. It is experiencing significant economic and social development, which is improving life expectancy in the country. Number 15. DR Congo. Population 102,262,808. The population of Democratic Republic of Congo is growing at a rate of 3.29%. The country has a young population with a median age of 15.6 years. Number 14. Egypt. Population 112,716,598. Egypt is one of the most populated countries in the world in 2024. The population of Egypt is concentrated in a narrow strip along the Nile. Number 13. Philippines. Population 117,337,368. The fertility rate of the Philippines is 2.677 children per woman. The country has a median age of 25.2 years. Number 12. Japan. Population 123,294,513. Although Japan is one of the 15 most populated countries in the world in 2024, it has a low fertility rate of 1.4 children per woman. Number 11. Ethiopia. Population 126,527,060. Ethiopia has a high fertility rate of 3.88 children per woman. The population of the country is increasing at a significant rate of 2.52%. Number 10. Mexico. Population 128,455,567. Mexico's population is predominantly urban, with 89% of people living in urban areas. The fertility rate in the country is 1.7 children per woman. Number 9. Russia. Population 144,444,359. Russia is one of the most populated countries in the world. The country has a median age of 39.2 years. Number 8. Bangladesh. Population 172,954,319. Bangladesh has a fertility rate of 1.92 children per woman. It has a predominantly rural population, with 60% of people living in rural areas. Number 7. Brazil. Population 216,422,446. Brazil, the seventh most populated country in the world, has a fertility rate of 1.62 children per woman. It is also one of the most ethnically diverse countries in the world. Number 6. Nigeria. Population 223,804,632. Nigeria has a high fertility rate of 4.99 children per woman. It is the most populous country in Africa and accounts for 177% of its population. Number 5. Pakistan. Population 240,485,658. Pakistan is one of the top 5 most populated countries in the world. The country has a high fertility rate of 3.28 children per woman and a median age of 20.6 years. Number 4. Indonesia. Population 277,534,122. Indonesia is one of the most populated countries in the world. More than 60% of the people in the country live in rural areas. Number 3. United States. Population 339,996,563. The United States has a median age of 38.3. It has a predominantly urban population, with more than 83% of people living in urban areas. Number 2. China. Population 1,425,671,352. China was the most populated country in the world until very recently. The median age of the country is 39.5 years. Number 1. India. Population 1,428,627,663. India is the most populated country in the world in 2024. The median age in the country is 28.6 years. So, which is your favorite countries among the top 50 most populated countries in the world in 2024? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite countries among the top 50 most populated countries in the world in 2024 in the comments below. I'd love to read them and I'm sure others would too. Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 50 most populated countries in the world in 2024. Population growth is a significant worry for the world. By 2030 and 2050, the world population is projected to reach around 8.5 billion and 9.7 billion, respectively. The sustainability of a population this huge is a question mark. Population growth in the last 2 centuries has led to unsustainable agricultural practices, which has caused 40% of the land to lose significant yield capacity. The food supply will need to increase by at least 60% by 2050 to nourish the world's population as it approaches closer to the 10 billion mark. In addition, general resource consumption per person will increase by 75% by 2050. For our list of the 50 most populated countries in the world in 2024, we looked at the various online sources for accurate estimates. It is essential to note that these are the latest estimates based on the population growth rate of the country and the last census. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 50 most populated countries in the world in 2024. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 50 most populated countries in the world in 2024. Number 50. Madagascar. Population 30,325,732. Madagascar has a population growth rate of 2.41%, and it is projected to reach a population of 54 million by 2050. Number 49. Nepal. Population 30,896,590. Since the year 1990, Nepal has seen a steady population growth. Currently, it is nearing the 31 million mark, making it one of the most populated countries in the world. Number 48. Mozambique. Population 33,897,354. Mozambique has one of the highest fertility rates in the world, with more than 4.4 births per woman. The country's population is expected to increase by 4 times by 2100. Number 47. Ghana. Population 34,121,985. Ghana has one of the highest population growth rates. Its population is expected to reach more than 78 million by 2100. Its high fertility rate is a concern for the country because it lacks the resources to handle it. Number 46. Malaysia. Population 34,308,525. The Malaysian population is predominantly urban, with more than 78% of its people living in urban areas. The median age in the country is around 31 years. Number 45. Peru. Population 34,352,719. With over 34 million people, Peru is one of the most populated countries in the world. Number 44. Yemen. Population 34,449,825. With over 3 births per woman, Yemen has one of the highest fertility rates in the world. The country's high population growth rate presents the challenge of ensuring access to healthcare, education, and employment. Number 43. Uzbekistan. Population 35,163,944. While Uzbekistan is one of the most populated countries in the world, its population growth rate has been on a decline. Number 42. Angola. Population 36,684,202. With over 5.3 births per woman, Angola has one of the highest fertility rates in the world. This fertility rate, coupled with its already high population figures, adds approximately 1 million people to the country every year. Number 41. Ukraine. Population 36,744,634. Although Ukraine is one of the most populated countries in the world, its population has been declining since the 1990s because of high immigration rates. Number 40. Saudi Arabia. Population 36,947,025. Saudi Arabia has a relatively young population, as more than 30% of its people are aged 14 and below. The country's population growth rate has been on the decline since 2010. Number 39. Morocco. Population 37,840,044. Morocco has a median age of around 29.5 years, with a predominantly urban population. The country has a fertility rate of 2.24 births per woman. Number 38. Canada. Population 38,781,291. Canada attracts thousands of immigrants each year. The country has a median age of 40.08 years, which is well above the median age of the world, 30.5 years. Number 37. Poland. Population 41,026,067. Although Poland is part of our 50 most populated countries in the world in 2024 list, its population is experiencing a decline. Its fertility rate is below replacement levels, and the country has a negative net migration. Number 36. Afghanistan. Population 42,239,854. Although Afghanistan has one of the highest infant and child mortality rates, it is one of the most populated countries in the world. Number 35. Iraq. Population 45,504,560. The fertility rate in Iraq is more than 3 children per woman. The country has a relatively young population, as the median age is 20.4 years. Number 34. Algeria. Population 45,606,480. More than 27% of the population of Algeria is aged 14 and below. The country has a predominantly Arab population. Number 33. Argentina. Population 45,773,884. More than 94% of Argentinians live in urban areas. Argentina's fertility rate is 1.85 births per woman. Number 32. Spain. Population 47,519,628. Spain is one of the most populated countries in Europe. The country has a median age of 42.5 years. Number 31. Sudan. Population 48,109,006. Sudan has a high fertility rate of 4.25 children per woman. It has a predominantly rural population. Number 30. Uganda. Population 48,582,334. Uganda has a high fertility rate of more than 4 children per woman. The population of Uganda is predominantly rural, with more than 70% of people living in rural areas. Number 29. South Korea. Population 51,784,059. South Korea is one of the most populated countries in the world in 2024. However, the country is seeing a negative population growth rate currently. Number 28. Colombia. Population 52,085,000.